Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Wednesday the 17th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, I guess normalish time for me, it's like around that 6 a.m. mark kind of thing. Got a shoelace that's rubbing my leg and driving me crazy. I tried to retie these shoes after this video is over because I don't feel like doing it mid-video. But went ahead, got up, got the dogs out. Everything went pretty much as normal. It's funny because the one dog still is, he don't want to be in the crate per se at night, but the owner wants him to stay crate used to, I guess, or crate trained. So I'm having to put the dog in the crate at night, and then I have to go get him out, which kind of sucks. Normally I just open the door and they come out, but I gotta go all the way to the back of the house to get him. And he's always so happy to see me. Anyways, I take a time, I let the rest of the dogs out first, and I take a little extra time and spend a little time loving on him and praising him for being such a good boy, for being there overnight and not being a pain in my butt, because he's such a good dog. He's unneutered male pit bull that is just splendid. Like, he's just absolutely just a beautiful dog, and he's so friendly and so nice and so kind and plays so well with everybody and stuff, has a good time. So but I got everybody out, got them all back in, got them all fed, gotta keep them all separate for that and whatnot, so got that taken care of. There's somebody right around in here, I'm not sure who it is, has a parrot, and I think I've heard two different kinds. I heard African gray sound and what I believe is an umbrella cockatoo, and they might have other ones, but I kind of know my parrot sounds from back when I used to have a pet store, and you can hear that. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the mic or not, but just randomly they just scream. And it's not as bad as I've heard some, and other times I've been here it's been superbly annoying. But I think how much I would be so annoyed if I lived behind or next door to that house and just had to listen to a parrot scream throughout the day, all day. It would really annoy the shit out of me. Plus it would annoy your dogs and everything else and stuff. It's just absolute craziness. And with the parrot sounds, they echo weirdly through the trees in the house and stuff. I can't really tell where it's coming from. And my assumption is they put them outside, because some days they're much more muffled. This is a muffled day, so I think the bird is inside. But I think on nice days they'll wheel them out, and then they'll scream so much, like it's awful. I hear them like over my headphones, and it annoys the crap out of me. So I couldn't imagine being a next door neighbor, or like I said, living right behind them, because that would be superbly a bad spot. It would make my real estate value go way down if it was me. So I'd have to legitimately think about either bribing those people to keep their birds inside, because I don't need an ordinance to make them do it, or I'd probably look into trying to buy their house and make a move, put a rental in there that I can say no parrots, just for that reason. But it is what it is. So yeah, went ahead, got the dogs all taken care of, all that good fun stuff. From there, got a couple things done in the morning. Heard from my guys who are doing my concrete work, and it sounds like they're working on a job down south of us that they are hoping to get wrapped up this morning, and if it gets done early enough, they're going to try and bring the guys by and go ahead and start my I guess prep, get the forms dug, get the frames made and whatnot, and then we can pour tomorrow. So I was hopeful of that. Got pushed back, finally got canceled. It's like, okay, cool. He goes, we'll be there to, hopefully we can do it tomorrow. If not, by the weekend, we'll definitely be there, to get it ready at least by Friday at the latest. I was like, okay, it is what it is. So, and he's charging less than other people, so I can't really complain too much. I didn't say, hey, I need to have it done by X date. I'm willing to pay more for that. I just kind of letting it go. I figure I've got a date in my head that, as of yet, he's not giving me a hard, solid date that hasn't passed yet, so I'm not really too concerned about it. But if it goes on, I don't know, probably 4 more days, and I don't hear something that's a little more solid, I would probably lock down a little bit more in the process of kind of what I want to do there. And if I don't have a solid lock-in date in the next 4 days that's telling me I'll be here at this time, I'll probably start looking to hire a different crew. But this guy was one of the quickest ones I could get here. He was also telling me they were weeks and weeks out because of getting concrete delivered. So this guy supposedly has his own concrete truck, which is going to save him some money for delivery fees and all that kind of stuff. He already owns the truck, and mostly puts him to the front of the line, so all he has to do is go by the concrete place and pick up the concrete, because we have a delay of concrete now, because we have less concrete, we have less trucks. So that's kind of what the delay is here. So, but yeah, he never showed up. He was communicate with me and stuff, so I wasn't really too concerned about it. Realized what was going to happen, so I went ahead and reached out to my termite people to try and kind of let them know, hey, this is what we're thinking. Sometime before the end of the week, I didn't know how much time they needed. It's not going to be a hard job. They're just going to come by and basically throw down a little chemicals and leave. So it is what it is there. So I went ahead, and that never happened. So I kind of hung around for the day. Decided I was going to go get my run in. When I got it in the middle of my run, I don't know, probably 2/3 way through my run. Got a text from the dogs getting dropped off, saying they'd be there in about 10 minutes or so. And I was like, okay, I'm on my run, but I'll be back. So maybe it's 20 minutes. It was about 20 minutes. So I was like, I can be back there by then. So I went ahead and headed over to the house. Hung out there at the house for a couple moments when I first got in and moved all the dogs outside to make the drop off go a lot smoother. They dropped off the 2 little dogs. Watched them a lot. One's a little Dotson, one's a little terrier, and watched them. So I basically left them inside, left the rest of the dogs separated from them, just because the fact that I didn't want to deal with having them the whole meet and greet. They're both a little bit ornery. The little Dotson is super territorial, and when she's next to my mom, she'll get to be a real asshole and try and attack dogs, especially on the couch. The chair's not so bad, but the couch seems to be the worst spot. And the terrier gets all mad. He gets all grumpy and stuff and whatnot, and gets all angry and goes after their dogs quite a bit on meet and greets kind of thing. So I want to definitely be there and 100% be focused on it. Don't worry about it. So left him inside, headed back out to finish my run, which always does suck when you start a run, mid-run have to stop, deal with stuff, and then go back to finish your run because your body thinks it's over with and done. So, but got it all finished up. Would have been done with my run before they got there. One, they showed up about 20 minutes early, which I would have probably been done there also, but I would have also been done had I not stopped and talked to my neighbor when I started my run. He was out working on a stump. He had a tree taken down, a gigantic, massive tree. It's probably 6 foot straight across, like it's a massive tree. And he had it taken down, and they asked him, you want the stump removed? And he said no. He didn't even ask him what it was going to be. He figured it'd be $1,000, $1,100 to take the stump out, but didn't even ask. He should have asked, but didn't. So now he's out there with a little crappy plug-in chainsaw and some drill bits and different stuff, trying to basically cut it up himself. And I'm like, if you're doing it because you want something to do, if you're bored and you're retired and stuff, fine. But if not, I have much better equipment. I have big giant chainsaws, and I have, impact drills. I have hammer drills, giant grinders, all kinds of stuff that we can work on this with. Or if you want to go rent one of those big, heavy-duty stump removers with the tracks and stuff that you kind of drive back and forth, I'd be happy to run it if you want to pay to rent it, because I don't have any stumps that need grind out, but I wouldn't mind playing with one of those. And I feel like paying the, $200 to $400 cost to rent the damn thing for a few hours. But if he's willing to pay for it, I'm willing to give my labor free for the use of that stump grinder. And there's a tiny part of me that thinks, depending on how hard it is to run, it would not be that tough at all. A guy could make a little side hustle, set up a couple different clients that want some stumps ground out. Like there's a client here, it's a big stump, and you line up 4 or 5 stumps at a couple houses. Even if you're charging a couple $100 a stump, you can rent that thing, go buy some private insurance for yourself so you don't get your ass sued off. Go rent the machine, grind out 10 stumps, and make yourself $1,000, maybe $2,000 in a day if you know how to run it good, you know how to back a trailer and all that kind of good fun stuff to make your life a lot quicker and easier. So, but it is what it is there. So I went ahead, went and finished my run, got back from my run, got the dogs introduced to each other. They did decent. The little terrier decided to be an asshole and really grind after went after one of the dogs, really kind of just grinded my buttons. He just acts like a dickhead. So he got yelled at, got himself in trouble, and not real happy about the whole fact, but it is what it is. So settled down, no injury, nothing. He's just being a jerk. And the bigger dog, thank goodness, is just like chilled out. It was funny because I forgot I had a video of him fighting another dog. Basically, he was attacking another dog, and that dog basically latched back out. No injuries, no nothing, but it was scary and it was noisy. And I had it on video, ironically enough, when they were meeting a while back, and I just posted on YouTube, so it should be live before you can see this video, but it's up there. I wasn't sure if I was going to post it because it shows dogs not acting proper, but part of the thing is you got to see how they misbehave so you'll know what to watch for and how to basically break it up if things go poorly. So kind of is what it is there. So yeah, I got that done. They did decent after that, pretty much for the rest of the night. Did fine, everything was good to go. Wife got home from work and we had leftovers for dinner. Had my leftover filet mignon, and it's a small cut, So I ended up having a piece of the pork loin that I'd made yesterday also. And then Mom made some German pasta. Kind of had a sweet taste to it. It's kind of a strange taste, but we had some of those candied carrots also that we finished off with it. It was really good. So I was pretty happy. The pasta threw me off, so I wasn't expecting to be sweet. So I think if I knew going back into it, so I was going to have, I'd probably be, I guess, less thrown off by the concept, but it's all good. So from there, watched an episode of Seinfeld and then headed back outside, play with all the dogs. Everybody's out there getting along for the most part. One of the dogs gets ornery and she gets aggressive. Just seems like at least once a day she has to pick a fight with somebody and she gets yelled at, and then she all looks all sad and depressed and I'm sorry, and then she's fine again. But could be 9 o'clock in the morning, could be 9 o'clock at night. Just every 24 hours, or at least within every 24 hours, she has to pick a fight with somebody, and super annoying. They go home tomorrow, so I'm kind of happy to see them go home. And then I've got a new dog that I got here yesterday that dropped off, and he still hasn't eaten anything yet. So he's had offered food to him multiple times, and the owners told me not to worry about it. They said often he would go a day or two without eating at home at all. So I went ahead and figured I'll try putting in like some chicken broth and some, cheese and stuff. They told me to try cheese, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it is what it is. He's a big fat dog, so he's not gonna die or nothing, but it makes me feel bad when a dog doesn't feel comfortable enough to eat at the house. So I understand 24 hours, new place, a lot of times they won't eat, but this one seems like it's taking on a little too long, so it is what it is. But owners aren't concerned, so I shouldn't be there. Old dog too, and that's what makes me also nervous, because being really old like that and malnutrition and getting the stomach upset and whatever, so it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.